Hello and welcome in today. Today you're joined by me, Daniel, and welcome to my channel and my video. Welcome in. We're drawing this cat by a door. He might be waiting out your door. But yeah, this green door, if it looks like yours, it might be a cat here. This is an image I found on pixabay.com. Interesting. A website full of lots of awesome imagery. Sometimes you can just go there and it just, you can just explore some images. Sometimes you can type things in, like cat, dog, what you want, buses, whatever you want to use or draw or paint. It's there for you. Obviously limited. You can find images on Google, but it gives you a different options, and that's what is good here with this tool. Anyway, this one here is, his head is on an angle, which makes it an interesting pose, something a little bit different. I don't generally have a lot of drawings with, like, where their head's in a different position, I guess, than their body, kind of a thing. Different positioning, which can be an interesting challenge to deal with. There are many ways to deal with it. For me, I went head on, and just kind of used like parallel lines, so the parallel lines to help me out. So the lines following along each side, make sure that it's going the right way, to make sure that the angle's right and everything like that. There's other ways to deal with it, as well as tilting your page or tilting your canvas. And you can do the same thing traditionally, is just tilt your paper to make what you're drawing straight. This can be useful in many ways and forms, but for me, I don't really use it too often. It just, I guess, it doesn't, I haven't really used it that much, I guess. It's a tool that I haven't explored that much. One day I will. I think I can think of some useful things that I could use it for. I've seen it before, and I think I've trialed it or something like that, but I haven't really used it that far. Always, these are little things that you learn, and you kind of explore new tools and things. It does help to kind of use them when you can, because it does help in the end. It can find you a new way of painting, a new way of drawing, um, a more helpful way of drawing, more efficient way of drawing, more painting. So whatever tools you find and learn about, it's always good to just kind of learn and draw and explore. So yeah, this wasn't um too hard, this one, really, because yeah, animal, um getting the most trouble I had with this painting was the kind of proportions, making sure his head was on the right angle, his proportions, basically the size of his legs versus the size of his body, getting his I had trouble with kind of his upper kind of torso part, his back, getting that curve right, so that it fitted over, and getting the height of that curve right and everything like that. I mean, there's ways about that I could have used, like, possibly find a point where the curve starts, and find a point where the curve ends, and kind of round it off from there. Um, which can be a good way to do it. Um, yeah, I kind of did that method, in a way. Um, yeah, I had to say, you don't see the whole image at the moment. I'm kind of painting the whole thing as I go and fixing things up slowly. I think having another little image of what I'm painting, I think going forward will be helpful in the future. I think for the next 3 or 4, I don't have that at the moment, but I will be. I think going forward, I might do that again. I did used to do it in like all my paintings where I had another little screen just to show what the image was looking like, and that's both helpful for these videos where I talk to you guys and show you everything we're doing, but also helpful in the sense of looking at it while I'm painting during this 90 minutes, what the whole thing kind of looks like, and show me what do I need to fix and what I need to change. So there's always a helpful another little tool that I'll probably need to start picking up again to help improve my work. So yeah. From here, it's a bit of rendering. It's not really rendering, it's more shading. I'm not really rendering a lot here. I'm kind of just toning it a little bit and fixing things up. I'm not really it didn't delve into any color at all. A little bit of pattern, but not much. Yeah, just a little bit of tones just to help me out to try and fix things up as best I can. But yeah, I didn't really delve that far into painting this cat really. I was really focusing in on trying to, get the proportions right, try to make him look accurate enough as I can. I think looking at it now, there's probably a few things like the head maybe a little bit taller. And these things, it's definitely, I think, one of those things I could have used that tool where I could have turned the canvas and looked at it and be like, okay, yeah, his head isn't as big as it is, kind of a thing. Because you have to kind of look at the angle and be like, is his head the right height? Kind of a thing, and it can throw you off a little bit. But yeah, it's really interesting, these tools and things you can use. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed watching me paint this and talk about the process and everything like that. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. I really do enjoy anyone that does come into this channel and these videos to check them out and see what's going on. I do not try to rant too much. I just kind of been chit-chatting about my paintings. I used to do one painting, like full painting, and then kind of a 90-minute art challenge. So kind of a chit chat, then a 90-minute art challenge. But lately I've been quite busy, so I've been doing quite a few 90-minute art challenge chats and things like that. But hopefully moving forward, we should have a little bit more chats and things coming up in the future. So hopefully that does come up, and yeah, I do have fun chit-chatting about certain topics involving art and illustration. It's a bit of fun and to share my insights and my knowledge of being a creator. So as well as artists that do come in, I'd like some more in the near future. It's getting closer to the end of the year, so yeah, we're wrapping things up for the end of the year. Yeah, so here I'm using a few other tools. I thought I could slap some quick color on and maybe have a start at some color, but I was like, nah. By the time I try and slap some color on, it won't work. So I thought I'll try and do the best I can with the shading from here on. I didn't have too much time in the end to do too much with it. Again, I still think there's a lot to work on. I mostly dealt with that cat, and even then I still feel like things are off. They aren't, in proportion correctly now looking at it. But that's not what it's about for me. It's not about getting the most prettiest picture in the world. It's about, the journey and really taking something from it, because these do help in the end. They help in the bigger projects I've got and the other paintings I've got for my portfolio and for the bigger paintings. So there's a bonus. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. Keep creating, keep drawing, and see you in the next video.